just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Well, unfortunately, Coach, they had to close the roof tonight due to thunderstorms in the vicinity. But the good news, we are bone dry underneath that roof and set for football here in Arlington at AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? We got three.
They'll run on first down. Wilkinson, only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He can't hang. Right there, 54.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Solid. Check 50. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Check 99. Check 99.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Prescott. There goes a deep ball. End zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Yr.2, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
36, 36. Watch twist, watch twist. Win 5-3, win 5-3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
You ain't doing nothing.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Wentz now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably...
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz looking for his running back, and he's got him. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, exit.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Wilkinson. And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st down, Wilkinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Wilkinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Wilkinson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on 1st down. Wilkinson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now a give, right side. Wilkinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
There he goes left side, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They go to Elliott again. Shreds the tackle. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Throwing. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Check. Walk with the 4. Rabbit.
A first down carry by Elliott. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 10th carry now for Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Kill.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check nickel.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Go, get out there, get out there. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So they keep on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Watch the ship. Here we go, 47. Gun.
Now Prescott. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. First target, first catch at a 1st down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their 31-yard line.
Elliott running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott shakes off the sack. Able to get away. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
They still can't get it. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Outside. 47.
Throwing here, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That's good for 28 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young...
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Prescott down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go. Let's do it.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
47. Showing up. Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Out now. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
120.
on first down. Wilkinson. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 40 yards as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really. Yeah,
I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Dallas, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.